Hey everybody, it's Jason from the Texas Gun Vault, and today I'm coming to you with a video that's a little bit different than I normally make. Today I'm making a video to help a friend, and he's also a subscriber to my channel and watches many of my videos, but he's a personal friend of my wife and I. And he has a knife that he wanted to get more information on, and unfortunately I don't know as much about knives as I do about firearms. But I said, you know what? I'm going to reach out to my community because I know a lot of you know a lot about guns as well, and a lot of you know a lot about knives. Now, this knife has a very interesting story behind it, and we're trying to figure out if it has any value and if it's worth anything, because the story is very interesting and tends to make us believe that there's something special about this knife. Now, my friend, who I will not name, is a salesman for a business that sells heavy machinery, things that are used in transportation and construction. And he helped a gentleman who was obviously an immigrant from what he believes was Russia or Eastern Europe acquire some of this equipment to help him start his business. And this gentleman was extremely appreciative because getting this equipment, I guess, has been kind of hard lately with all of the supply chain issues. And when he essentially delivered this equipment, this gentleman who bought the equipment tried to give my friend a $10,000 tip. Essentially just dropped $10,000 on the desk and said, listen, you went above and beyond, you went out of your way to help me get this. I couldn't get it anywhere else. I really appreciate you and your company helping me out. This is for you. And my good friend, being the ethical and moral person that he is, says, you know what, friend, I can't accept this tip. It's too much, and just helping you get your business off the ground is enough gratitude for me. I really appreciate it, but you don't have to do anything for me. It is my job to sell and find this equipment for people like you. And I guess there was some kind of debate, like, no, you should take it. And he goes, no, I can't. And I guess then at a later date, when this person came to actually pick up the equipment, he had left a brown paper bag with the $10,000 in it for my friend to find. And he had to go track him down and go, listen, I can't accept this. I am just glad that I was able to help you out to find this equipment because simply that's my job. And as you can see, my friend has high morals and high ethics. And obviously the person that was buying this equipment was very appreciative and really wanted to give a nice tip. And he just couldn't accept it. My friend couldn't accept it. Well, later, this gentleman came back and said, I have a gift for you. I know I can't give you this money, but I want to give you this. And this is the knife that he gave. Now, I have a hard time getting the camera to pick up this knife while I'm filming, so I'm going to roll in some photos of it as well. The blade is extremely reflective. There's no maker's marks. The person that gave it to him seemed to indicate that this was obviously a handmade knife from Russia. It has a lot of hand engraving on it. The hilt or the handle is obviously made of antler. It has a lot of interesting markings on it, and someone took a lot of care and a lot of time crafting this knife. It's very beautiful, and to show you the size comparison, here's a Spyderco Military, which is a pretty big knife that most of you guys would know. It's about that size right there, so it's a little bit shorter. Obviously, this is going to be a fixed blade knife, and it has a very decorative, I guess we're going to call it a pommel. I know if this was a sword, we would call this bottom of the hilt a pommel, but that's its size. And I just want to come to you guys and see if you know anything about this. The country of origin is, we believe, Russia, and it was given to my friend in lieu of a $10,000 tip. Now, is this knife valuable, or do we have any information on it? We don't think so. But however, we don't think that this knife is just some simple trinket that you can go down and buy for $5. Who knows? Maybe it has a value of $50 or $100, but when my friend twice turned down a $10,000 tip because he knew it just wasn't right, and instead got this knife from the gentleman. Well, we seem to believe that he thought this knife was extremely valuable and extremely nice. So we think it might have some type of value to it and some type of interesting history. So if any of you know anything about handcrafted Russian knives or anything about this knife in specific, we would be very appreciative of that information. As I said, I don't know anything about this knife. It's extremely sharp. It seems to be extremely well built and well crafted. So it must have some value because, as I said, this was given in lieu of a $10,000 tip. Now, do we think it's worth $10,000? Well, absolutely not. But we're thinking maybe $100? We're just curious to know a little bit more about it. It also came with this little sheath or scabbard that obviously is handmade and made of leather, which is very nice. So anybody that can help us out with this, it would mean a lot to me. You can either comment on this video, or if you want to, you can email me at texasgunvault@gmail.com. So this is just another video that I guess I'll call a knife and a story. So help me out. Help me and my friend out. What is this knife? Does it have any value? Is it special for any reason? And hopefully all of you knife gurus out there can tell us about it. So let me know what you think in the comments section below. It would mean a lot to both of us. So, as always, thanks for watching.